Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master propaganda hero psych defender of the fatherland, off you to a glorious 1v1, or 2v2 actually, on Elst Outskirts. North it is Thoton, an expensive runner fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union, the 4th Guards, mechanized corps here with Soviet Shock Army, counterattack tactics, defensive tactics, and here with expense runner urban defense featuring fort headquarters, line to tank guns, shock troopers, booby traps, and the KV-2 heavy assault tank. In the south it is DirtyFinisher and Rogue fighting here for the German army, Deutschland. Here taking on the role of the 3rd Panzer Division, with the Rogue immediately going for Blitzkrieg featuring the command tank, Panzer Tactician, tactical movement, recon zone flight, and the Stuart close air support. DirtyFinisher here with special operations, overwatch, and breakthrough. Gunner the MD4 here for Rogue. DirtyFinisher with double difficulties, penal troopers and double engineers for expense runner, and Thoton with double conscripts. As always, a big hearty thanks to my company of heroes, my patrons, supporters, champion heroes, one and all. Other people can join the ranks by pledge on Patreon and become one of these undying heroes in my eyes. Or they can donate via PayPal, links in the description. Finally, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing helps me out a bit there as well. So, off to the races we are. We got here Rogue rushing straight from the northern building here, wiring off the entrances to make it harder here for the Soviets to occupy, turn against him. As this building in particular can be a bit of a nuisance. Worth noting that what he's doing now is basically creating a trap, like he's wiring off here, so they basically only have one way to escape for this is this party. He's basically creating a sneaky little trap there, Mr. Rogue. As Thoton looks like he's about to pop into it, since he... There we go, looks like he hasn't quite fallen for it yet, but it's definitely a devious one there. Still pushing out for DirtyFinisher. The west side here, expensive runner looking to make a push here for the southern fuel point of north. The Pioneers closing in the contact that already suppressed their easy targets. Pioneers and MP40s clearing out the 3rd Infantrymen as they crawl away here. Pioneers taking losses. No further supporting forces here though for Rogue. And there you go, got another kill of the Pioneers. Down to 3 men, the conscript. There's of course the other conscript machine gun arriving here. Gunneries busy up north here. Second one has arrived. In the center here though, DirtyFinisher moves up here, outflanking Thoton, and he's got basically just one squad to hold up against expense runner's force there. A devious maneuver here by DirtyFinisher, of course miscalculated, could be quite devastating. As you can see, it's allowing them to basically overwhelm Thoton here in the early game. At which point they can then sort of switch towards the expense runner in the south. The scout car, therefore expensive runner, and that an army equipped with a 5th cal on the front, 30 cal on the back. Storm Pioneer taking some damage there. Volksgun is arriving, though lacking Panther fire, so they can't easily take it out of commission here. But there's a truck there for DirtyFinisher already. Could be planning special operations then, maybe. We'll have to see. Penal troop squad then number 2 on the way for expense runner. Thoton, no additional troops that so far summoned 4th. Up north here, conflict up against this small push here by Rogue. MD42 backing up the 2 Grenadier squads here. Squad suppressed. Force to fall back. Up north here, scout car up. Again, the damage is significant. And he's better off just pulling it back here soon before it gets knocked out. Because they're routed. Storm Pioneer falling back. Engineers going for the car Pioneers, so definitely a bit of an interesting sort of development here on the map, sort of being held here by the 2 players. Definitely interesting development. Up north here, point being seized by the Grenadiers and the MD42. In the south, value headquarters up here for DirtyFinisher. He's engaging. Thoton and DirtyFinisher continues to operate without a commander here though. Scout car they're rolling out, and dying to repairs there. Northern fuel pump being claimed here by Rogue and the German army. They're supplying both him and DirtyFinisher with crucial fuel. More penal troops here for expansion runner. There's definitely been a slight increase in penal troops in the 2v2 meta as of late. German troops moving forwards here. Thoton or DirtyFinisher have yet to reveal their hand, keeping their cards close. The Thoton definitely has some emphasis here on shock troopers, heavy mortars, and some sort of like, you know, more premium armor there. He's being pushed back as he swings southwards there. Flamethrowers up there. Popped not into the scout car, but of course quickly do that. Truck setting up there for DirtyFinisher, the battlefield headquarters, as expected. Mechanized regiment in a 2v2 match typically tends to be a lot rarer because the looks is just not good at all for a 2v2 matchup, and the Puma, while it has its value, is much more limited in scope as well. So most of commandos players in 2v2s very much religiously go battlefield headquarters is just by far the best choice there. Up north here though, Rogue here pushing back Thoton a bit. They defend the fuel point. He's laid down an early machine gun bunker here to make it harder for the Soviets to get to the fuel point. The artillery is being tactically engineers the conscripts. South here, Pumas was being forward here, backed up with the conscript. MD34 there for DirtyFinisher. Rogue there with the light mechanized company, guessing an armored car, or a pack 40 here. 222, Maxim for Thoton. Expense runner, Kinsman calling light into tank, and of course summoning the shock troopers. We'll have to see, of course, if he does any of those. Full squad being outflanked here by expense runner Strafbad here. Here's Strafniki. And he's swinging here as the rogue moves in, forces it towards the south again with the machine gun bunker covering the fuel point directly. It certainly becomes a bit easier to divert forces elsewhere. Scout car almost done there for Rogue and the Germans, but there you go. We got expense runner scout car there, but the engineer squad under Thoton's men met a grisly demise here at the hands of Rogue's grenadiers. Slaughtered in cold blood. In the southeast, German parties and forces pursuing the Punic troops. They could try and get a wipe in expense runner. Expense runner can by now calling light into tank guns, or again go for shock troopers in a few seconds. We should see, of course, if it goes for shock troopers ever. But there you go, scout car rolling in. I imagine if you aren't seeing any tank guns, which we're actually, that we're likely going to see, like, you know, light into tank gun. We might still see them, honestly. It's the part why they've been dealt with. It has not. That said, they can't be quite trapped unless they take enough damage, so they can't just pop out. Oh, no mind, apparently they can. So there you go. Rogue's trap has been sprung. Not spun, but sprung. Help, comrades! The fascists! They have wired us inside! Can't you just exit through the windows? Yet, comrades, it's like really uncomfortable. There we go. Cleared out the barbed wire there. So ultimately, the trap, while devious, rather had a bit of a certain flaw to it. Making it more of a, you know, cartoon Mustang twirling trap more than anything. Anyways, medics on the way there for Rogue. DirtyFinisher and Thoton continue to operate with no commander. Heat focus growing point. C mines in the center here from DirtyFinisher and the German army. Scout car they almost knocked out. The gun is gone. The engine is certainly close to gone as well there. North here, there we go. Flanking the bunker. Set to charge off there. Moving up there in the west. Another one of Rogue's defenses there. Rather easily dealt with by the Soviets. Sturmpioneer up close, concussion grenade in the midst of the third infantry. One squad caught, the other one can keep fighting here for the Red Army against DirtyFinisher. And there you go, expense runner does in fact calling shock to the squad. We also got Thoton here with a half track. I'd imagine a corp mount here. We also got shock army, so that's even more shock troopers here. Heavy mortars, T-35s, armored vehicle detection, and the artillery strike there, the 152. Will be interesting. He also goes for shock troopers because that's then going to be a lot of shock troopers. Got the corpsman there being added up to the half track. Thumbs up there. Scout car caught with the two other scout car, if you will. Half track moving in there. Can Rogue's armored car finish off the scout car here before it gets knocked out? There you go. But the half track keeps pursuing here. Rogue probably has a good idea. He's going to get hit there by a corp mount upgrade anytime soon. And smoke there popped, but not enough here as Thoton shreds it. Machine gun in trouble as well here. The situation for Rogue has definitely taken a turn for the worse. He's brought in more grenadiers by now, but no packs. Bit of an oversight there, and one I imagine Thoton and Expense Runner are more than happy to exploit here versus Rogue and even DirtyFinisher. Shockers there striking here, but their PPSH-41 submachine guns riding the Fulton grenadiers here obviously are not equipped for close quarters combat against these assault engineers under Expense Runner's command. There you go, routed the other squad there as well. T-Sim for Expense Runner. Thoton here could go for shock to the squad himself, but goes for the heavy mortar, which is obviously also a very good unit to call in. Makes sense too. You could of course still be planning to call in the shock to the squad eventually, so I would not count that out. Smoke grenade there from the shock troopers. We got 310 hits, 495. The Surds are behind a victory point, but they're definitely pushing back against the Germans now. Shock troopers, heavy mortars, anti-aircraft half tracks. And we can see that DirtyFinisher already managed to take up here. And is calling in the Obersoldaten. So he's going for some more elite infantry himself. We'll have to see if he actually goes for spec ups to equip with the infantry Sturmgewehrs or what he's got planned here. But he does continue to be the only player without a commandant. In the south here, concept engineers moving forwards here. Oberson squad almost done. Sturmpioneer around the shock troopers. Half track there. 2 kills, close veterans you won. Uses the pioneers. Sturmpening between the conscious, the MD Fed folding up. Cover shattered, heavy mortar fire now raining down, of course, signaling to the Germans that Thoton's got a heavy mortar. Rogue here, of course, might plan to take up here soonish. Would be a good idea there. Would be a very good idea. There we go. Thumbs up to that. Orbital here equipped with the LMD-34, still in command of a DirtyFinisher. Flanking the units by the western fuel point. Rogue starting to slow dispatch forces towards the northern fuel point, but he's definitely like heavily being bogged down in the center here, which is great for the Sods because that's just the victory point. Like, that's not going to help the Germans get more fuel for their Panzers, so if like Rogue gets bogged down here, this is great for the Allies. Got it by the pack forward in the T-70. We've got Pimps moving forwards here for Expensive Runner and the Red Army charging ahead here with S-5040s and PTS-41s. Blazing away at the German infantry machine here being put up under Rogue's command to halt the socialist advance. Up here though, DirtyFinisher's managed some small breakthrough on the far left flank here of the Soviets. We got Shock Troopers ready to throw a significantly large hammer and sickle into the works. There we go, grenade off here. The RG-42, which was an attempt to make a more simple and easier to use, well, easier to make, not use grenade compared to the RDG-33. Which is also more powerful, by the way. But been caught here with a half-track. Thoton so far, though. More conscripts, no shock troopers here from him.
We have more conscripts at our disposal.
I imagine the search will inevitably, of course, take up soon. We got Rogue here with the support McCall going up. We'll have to see if he's going to go for Panther 4, Ostwind, Strug, or the command tank. Mines down there, very good. Up north, can you see some northern fuel point here? Thumbs up. Bit of skirmishing around the car plant here between a Rogue and Expensive Runner. A mortar there with 1 kill so far here for Thoton. Shock Troopers moving in there, 2 kills, close veterans, 1 from his there. Note the way he's moving in, he's looking to threaten the flank, but also possibly dodge any MD-42s there. Don't check for the grenades again up close. The Shock Troopers will pretty much annihilate most infantry handily. Quick smoke grenade here, in this case using it to fall back. A mortar moving a bit closer to the front line here. We got Fiend 71 to 458. Germans still have the victory point lead over the Soviets, but not the biggest one. Northern Big Pump being seized here. DirtyFinisher continues to operate without a commander at all. Southeast, so it's moving forward straight into the knees here. We got the Maxim holding up here. Sturmpening advancing, 15 kills, veteran defeat. Advancing up there, half-track nearby. T-70 as well there, definitely causing some problems there for DirtyFinisher. Sturmpener. Gonna use a press in the center here, taking heavy fire. Further up north, he's caught by the Pioneers. But again, heavy focus still in the center and not a lot of effort towards the northern resources. We got here Expensive Runner with a mechanized armor company up in his base. Probably some T-34s and 6s, though he could try and stall for the KV-2, though I would find that a slightly difficult to defend under the current circumstances. Risk it at least. I mean, inevitably it would be a good idea, but I don't think to go straight for it right now would be the best move here. Sandbags shattered here by the Pack 40. Machine Prime coming fire there. And the North gun is finally making a move there, but this time there's a lot more mines in the way, meaning any advance there from Rogue could encounter significant resistance and just casualties. More troops are ramming, so at least he's definitely starting to like focus less on the center, where again there's just the victory point. Starting to take more like just a bountiful northern lands. Southeast, small defense post up here, but again, otherwise large contingent around the calf point. Meanwhile, Rogue is continuing northern advance here straight into the anti-aircraft half track. He can soon go. He could in fact go for Strug right now. I don't think that'd be a good idea, but let's also assume the command tank or the Ostwind. But he could also wait a bit longer to go for the Panther 4 just to be safe. Then send MD-44, they're getting hit by the grenade and the T-70. There's definitely some chance there of getting wiped out. Here now goes Shock Troopers are shredding the MD-42 crew there. 5 kills, half 8 down to 1 man. Pack shoots, good hit on the T-70. Machine crew narrowly survives the encounter here with Expensive Runners assault troops. South Indian penal troops engaged, catching up with the full scale of the Sturmpener. T-70 racing 40, Pack being bombarded here. Shock Troopers continue the assault as the German center crumbles away. DirtyFinisher that continues to hesitate on picking a commander here. And MD42 for Rogue, so that's definitely going to be a Panther 4 here over the regular kind, not the command tank. Or again, he could have gone for it. Maxim Preview Prom, we got Fulton up with the Banhand Granada, then again, you've also gone for Spec Ops, the Public Grenade Assault. So they're flashing out the Maxim there. Northern Point seems by the front of it. Carve Point hit again. German situation once more a bit awkward. Thoton still hasn't bothered with, say, shock troopers. Now, if Rogue can go for the Panther 4, definitely should. Absolutely should. There we go. Panther 4 there for Rogue and the German army. In the west here, Thoton's half-track racers force there. Halfway to the east level there, 11 kills. Machine crew there, definitely not experienced the most fun of times, as it's significantly outgunned here. But there you go, Academy up to the rescue here. Though not by a lot. German fuel situation, they're definitely not looking great. DirtyFinisher, though, technically close to the Panther 4, but it's worth noting he has yet. Oh, he has authorized, so he can actually go for the Panther 4 relatively soon. Still no commander. And there you go, Thoton with the T-35, Expansion Runner, not with the T-34-76, at least not yet. Could be planning Katyushas, I guess, HD-5s. Or again, there is the possibility that he really wants the KB-2 heavy tank.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our
Fresh push here from Rogue into the center here. Has once more basically given up in the north here for now. Panther 4 has arrived here, another Panther 4 on the way for DirtyFinisher, so we'll have to go to their field, getting them bombarding, they're going to be slaughtering them. In the south here, all of a sudden, folks from Student Punch moving in, they'll keep them back in the map here. Mortar fire raining down death, Strafbart there, so close to the ace level. Meanwhile, T-35 has arrived there, expansion under the mechanized summer company, 2 command points away from the KB-2 heavy tank, but there you go. Oh, yeah, actually, he's not built, he has built it, but there you go, he's going for the HD-5, thumbs up. Meanwhile, on the west, Student Punch is all of a sudden moving up here, Strafbart in the building. Panther 4 moving in, they're getting planked here by anti-tank rifle fire. Panther 4 is almost done here. As Thoton's T-35 there arrives by the front line. Racing straight for the Germans. Stuart Pioneers routed there, almost wiped out. Panther 4 on the Sonic lands great here on the T-35 there, punching through the front llama with ease. Okay, we're having trouble. Panther 4 moving in, got it in the T-7 light tank. A daring assault here by Rogue with his Panther 4 there. Got the T-7, now there's just the T-35, but he just forgot the T-7 does need to do more damage. And far up north, Rogue is also taking advantage of the chaos in the south to hit the northern fuel pond again. Thumbs up. DirtyFinisher, though, we're slowly approaching the 20-minute mark, and he has still yet to pick a commander. I wonder what's causing that. In the center, coming up here, we got the HD-5 arriving here for Expensive Runner. Gives the Grenadiers, Pens of Falls are firing in there. Mortar firing down there, good hit on the Grenadiers with heavy mortar. Guessing Thoton is just playing more T-35s, but you know, a single shock to a squad I think could do some good for him.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
More mines here from Expensive Runner this time around. We got 3 and 1 from 3 and 34. The Swords at this point have definitely overtaken the Germans in the victory point lead. Not by a lot, but you know, they're ahead. Panther 4, focus moving forward. See, we got Pimps moving in there to block that maneuver. Mine goes off. They're suppressing and harming Expensive Runner's own men. Shocked with launching a counterattack here on the German infantry. Quick grenade here on the Fulton Grenadiers. Nice throw, by the way. Managed to bait the other squad away there. Allowing the shock squad then was in on the other squad, pushing off the point here. Sneaky maneuver there by Expensive Runner, though the arrival of more German infantry, including the Sturm Punch with concussive grenades, does compel Expensive Runner to retreat here. Up north, T-35 clashing with the Panther 4. Almost got it. No field gun support here. But we can see there, though, that the Thoton, I think, despite a possible good chance, he is backing off a bit. Then we got the HD-5 moving in, apparently even that to deal with it. When he uses the T-35, HD-5 shoots, misses the Panther 4. T-35 gets a good hit here. Very nice work, very nice work. HD-5 moving forward. Shoots, misses it.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Go from the pack 4 in the T-35. Storm pinning forwards. Might want to get that mine sweep out again soon before that mine gets undertaken that could possibly kill them. And he does end up retreating now. North here, Maxim pushing back their rogues' forces. T5 over there with a damaged engine and is about to blow up, but Thoton is able to salvage it. Got more engineers here for Thoton to assist with repairs. They should fire rushing southwards again, where DirtyFinisher is definitely with a much stronger hand and position, but still no commander. Do wonder what DirtyFinisher's plan here is. Engineers almost blocked up. We got boob traps from the victory point there. Thumbs up. Seems they're pursuing the curtain effort. Nice shot there. Quick Gabaldalard, known by his easy charge, they couldn't run his forces. Penal Trooper shock was suppressed with MD-34, no smoke here. Up north point's being cleared in again here by Thoton and the Red Army. And tier 4 here for Rogue. Blend cover the midst of shock troopers and the penal troopers. Messing with the formation. Shock throw there, I think there by DirtyFinisher's Orbital Soldaten. Thumbs up to that. Defending their few points, or victory points, so we'll get the Olsen doing what they can here. Gabaldalard straight for the window there, Pantafon to assist. Shock troop there, hit by the booby trap, almost wiping out the entire unit, leaving just a few survivors, heavily battered. Penals over the Orbital Soldaten. Pantafon in reserve here for now. Sandbags by the eastern munitions point here, Graham northern point there with his forces. DirtyFinisher, still no commander. In Maxim here for Expensive Runner. No field guns for him yet, or a mortar. North the T-35 strikes with Thoton, who is in fact going for another T-35. Thumbs up to that. Rogue's Panther strikes here. Swinging the T-35 there violently. Panther taking some good damage in the northwest here, and the west basically. DirtyFinisher is launching an assault here up behind the third flank here. Really pressuring Expensive Runner, who's definitely seen slightly better days here. And now DirtyFinisher is just trying to kick his door in. Meanwhile, Thoton can't easily assist because Rogue is also applying some good pressure here. So the Surge certainly found himself a bit in the back foot now, as the Germans are able to change the temper of the match here in their favour once more. But now with the second T-35 out there, and perhaps some shock troops, another heavy mortar, I think Thoton has some good shots there, though. He's going for another Maxim. Nothing wrong in that either, but I think, again, more shock troopers or an heavy mortar for Thoton would be a pretty good idea there. Rogue once more extending some slow pressure towards the northern fuel point. We got the T-35 from there flanking the Panther 4. Good shot there. Machine gun providing covering fire, but obviously of no avail against the T-35. Shot misses, but the Panther 4 did not. We got Veterans 1. Another Kevin lands a good hit there. No further follow-up here from Thoton, though. That's going to definitely, I think, compel him to pull back here. Other Panther 4 making for Rogue. Heavy Panzer Corps going at the base there. Rogue, Panther 4 blitzing forwards rapidly as the other T-34 moves in here. Good shot there, but it's also heavily damaged. And his engineer's been caught by the MD-42 here. Rogue and DirtyFinisher definitely trying to put up a more staunch front line here against the Soviet assaults. And there you go, DirtyFinisher at the 23-minute mark. Goes for special operations. Definitely feel like he'd gone for that one sooner, but at least he's gone for something. Guess we won't be looking at the Storm Officer. Could have definitely been from that one sooner. He might still go for it though. But he's, I think, definitely saving up here for the Command Panther versus the Red Army. An Expansion Runner is definitely strong here for the KV-2 heavy tank right now. May want to consider fuel cache to assist him and himself, of course, or him and his teammate Blair, with more fuel. I think that could benefit. That would obviously benefit them quite a bit there. In particular, since he is strong for the KV-2 heavy tank, ensuring at least his teammate can provide more tanks faster as well, would I think be beneficial to both him and his teammate, and overall chances of winning. Thoton there with plenty of munitions to pop off an ancillary strike there, so if they can find the right spot, they could deal some devastating damage. Meanwhile, DirtyFinisher with 1,000 manpower. Clearly very, very, very focused on the Command Panther here. Rogue with a second pack 40. Could be a Sturmpanzer, could be a Panther. I don't think he's going to go for a Panzerwerfer. Which would then be? Could go for the Sturmpanzer now, but he's so far making no moves towards that, so might be that Rogue here is planning to go for a Panther. He almost had fuel. There you go. DirtyFinisher can call him the Command Panther at the 25-minute mark. Just needs to press the button. And Rogue is now able to go for a Panther himself. But so far, similar to how DirtyFinisher hasn't gone for the Command Panther, Rogue has yet to build his Panther. So I'm not entirely sure that's what they're planning, but I'd assume they are, particularly for DirtyFinisher. Like, he needs to like spend some of these resources. There we go. Command Panther for DirtyFinisher. And again, Rogue can easily go for the Panther here. But so far he's choosing not to. He's just too caught up in the fighting. Always a possibility there. Bit of skirmishing there. Tifa filming about. And there you go. We do get the Panther for Rogue and for Deutschland. Meanwhile, Expense Run is getting very close to that KV2 heavy tank. But Thoton's tanks are paying the price in terms of damage inflicted on them. That's DirtyFinisher and Rogue are certainly not slowing down as the Soviets. Thumbs up to that. Meanwhile, we got the Command Panther to assist the Panther 4 here. We got the pinball machine being added. Panther 4 taking further damage alongside the Command Panther here from Thoton's anti-tank weapons alongside some Expense Runners. Good hit from the Panther. They should find them the Panther. In the center, T for the Fog clashing with the Panther 4. And Rogue almost has the second Panther ready. Further up north, the machine being overwhelmed here as Thoton launches a small flank assault here. Can soon go for another T-35. Still hasn't bothered with, say, shock troopers. H-5 there suffers critical damage. The main gun is out and the engine has, well, seen better days, but is about to explode at least. Pack wipe, and there you go. Panther out for Rogue and the German army. The Panzerkampfwagen 5. Immortifying there, away. And we get a Katyusha for Thoton. I think more T-35s on be better, but oh well. Expense Runner, meanwhile, is getting very close to the KV2 heavy tank. Meanwhile, the machine in the center being absolutely obliterated by Soviet artillery. No mercy here from Thoton. Northern victory being claimed as well. They got 221 versus 311. At least the Germans, they've been able to turn the tide somewhat. Command Panther Kevin coming up. Panther full bombarding. Field gun shoots then the Panther. T-55 as well, but so far none are doing any significant damage to the Command Panther. Second Panther moving up here to assist. Soviet positions are being pressured heavily here by the Germans. Puninsula forming up an anchor point here alongside several other of Expense Runner's forces, but it's doing nothing to really slow down the main German assault straight through the middle. DirtyFinisher feel like can still go for mobile start with the Sturmofficer here. T-55 is the Command Panther and the Panther 4 here under DirtyFinisher's command. So it's being now the ones being dragged into the engagement. It's not looking great for them. KV2 tank ready here for Expense Runner. Of course, he may be having second thoughts about calling that in now. Which point is obviously a bit late to have second thoughts, but there you go. He ultimately does commit to the KV2 after all. After much debating with himself, he clicked the button. So there we go. He's got the big guns out in the field here to challenge the Germans. He's finally getting ready to push back the Command Panther and the Panther 4 here. Still though quite a manpower flow for DirtyFinisher. Quite the manpower flow. Which you should find the Pack 40. Looking to snuff out Rogue's anti-tank weapons and remove one threat here to their collected armoured forces here. Obviously taking a hit from the KV2. There are no casualties, but certainly quite a bit of damage there from 152mm gun. Panther clashing with Sochi, and there you go. Artillery strike called in on the Pack 40, really showing just how much Thoton once the Pack's gone. Of course, the question is that really worth it? It would be worse if it actually didn't hit at all and failed to destroy the Pack. Looks like some troop port in there. Go destroy the Pack 40. Small wins there, I guess. Small wins the Thoton. But again, you have to question, was it really worth the 180 meters of troop for that artillery strike? We got grenades off here, almost taking out the Grenadiers. Command Panther doing what he can. KV2, T-55 providing fire support here. 8 shots, but I think should swing towards the Grenadiers on the flank. The gentleman here and just try and clear them up before they get focused down by every other machine gun. including the Panthers machine guns, and that's ultimately what Expense Run did not do. T4 landed these net on the Grenadiers, and in the far west here we got a deep flank by DirtyFinisher, hooking up behind the third lines, going straight in for the Katyusha, shoots and bloody well misses. That is rather lucky there for the Surge Command Panther. That could go down to this. Now the T-35 there for Thoton. Almost got the Command Panther. Main gun is out. T-35 was looking to exploit this, but instead it's met with Panther fast and fire there, damaging his engine. Command Panther being hauled back. Clearing up, pursuing further here. We got armored vehicle detection. Thoton wants to make sure he can catch, but now in the north we got Rogue here striking with the Panther, and the Panther 4 wants this. So it's tanks gone. We also got air recons here from Rogue to further gun deal as to move and how not to move, I guess. Backing off here as Thoton responds with immediate fury here, pushing back the Panther 4 and the Panther. In the west here though, KV2 there being bombarded by rockets of all kinds here from DirtyFinisher and Deutschland. Another T-35 ready for Thoton, having lost the previous one. Expense Run, I may want to consider another T-34 because they've got more field guns. Panther 4 looking to flank, but instead it's met with the H-5 and the KV2 inflicting heavy damage to the Panther 4's chassis. Almost got it here. Could he finish off with the KV2 shot and get the win on that one? Get it! Oh, got it. Good shot there by Expense Runner. DirtyFinisher still floating. An incredible amount of manpower. Still not really doing a lot with it. Not a huge fan of that, and feel like DirtyFinisher could be doing a bit more by spending that a bit more. Actually, again, the officer could be great. Machine guns. Anything really. Light infantry guns. Orbisoldaten. But definitely not a fan of floating that much manpower. South here, Command Panther being 40 for DirtyFinisher. Panther 4, immediate repairs. Panthers we're seeing priority here. Not entirely sure they should be doing that. Honestly, like the Panther 4's got the more veterancy. But it also suggests to think overall less damage suffered, so you can get that back into the fight faster than the Panther. Chief Alpha flanking MU-34. So what will happen next, who knows? Rogue could be planning a Sturmpanzer or possibly like another Panther. Machine gun team wiped out, a good kill for the Soviets. Panther getting pelted anti-tank, Panther rolling in there. T-35 shoots and misses at a fairly close range, lucky for the Panther 4. Crew gun is moving up, he shots bouncing, H-5 moving in here. Near ace level there, go great hit on the Panther 4. Panther being swarmed by the T-35, really still exposed here for Rogue, not great. More forces slowly pouring in from the south of DirtyFinisher to assist Rogue here as Expense Run and Thoton slam away at him. Grenadier squad about to get wiped out here, close call. H-55 shoots, takes out Rogue's Panther 4 here. He can actually go for Panther to replace it now if he wants to. Or he could just go for another Panther with some Stooks, but he does commit to second Panther here. Rogue is a believer in the power of German engineering. Up north here, Command Panther holding up. Almost on there, popping a grenade, almost popping out the shaft, but there. Folks is finding out here's a completely chaotic match now here between the Surge and the Germans. And we got a Panther as well for DirtyFinisher for a total of possibly 4 Panthers in a 2v2 match, which is actually exceedingly rare, at least at these levels in my experience. So they're committing very hard to the Panzerkampfwagen 5. Further wipes here on the Germans, but there you go. Second Oberkommando West Panther out. And the second Wehrmacht Panther's almost out as well here. That's going to be a pretty Panther-heavy battle. I mean, 4 Panthers could actually be a problem. 4 Panthers could actually be a problem, because that is a lot of Panthers. That's like a Panther platoon. Panther falling back, the other Panther moving in here. Combining the KV2 there with the high velocity shots. Taking some damage here from the field guns, KV2 and other bits in the northwest. Bit of route there for the Sturmpioneer. Fixing up the first Panther as the second Panther arrives here. Both Oberkommando Panthers could also do some light repairs. DirtyFinisher still floating a lot of resources. T-35 shoots there. Panther returns the shot there on the T-45. Rogue's first Panther is almost done, at which point he may just go loose as well here alongside DirtyFinisher's Panthers. Like a 4 Panther attack could spell problems for the Soviets. Could spell problems, like they just could start to do that much damage fast. It's kind of the same thing with just going for a lot of T-foot for farms. At some point, you just have so much health. It's going to be difficult, like for most German formations, to through it. And theoretically, you can sort of achieve the same thing with a Panther. It's just the Panther's a tier 4 unit and significantly more expensive than T-foot 25. So that's actually a much harder to achieve effect. But now, with the total of 4 Panthers, they kind of have that opportunity, but they're willing to commit to it. So we'll have to see if they actually do. We got 104 versus 295. Got the East 5 there sniping at the Panther, but misses. South here, we got down from getting to the conscripts. Also on there, slow approaching 1904. Panther and Colts against the T-foot 5. East 5 split hitting the Panther, punching through his frontal armor. DirtyFinishers. Panthers almost fixed up. Very fun here by the southern cop on again as Expense Runner makes another drive there towards Berlin. And there you go, good KV2 hit in the Oberstad and takes out one, leaves the rest of the squad almost wiped out. Got 102 versus 292. Got the Command Panther wing hat here. Panther is apparently forgotten here by DirtyFinisher. You could also just build a mechanized retinue to assist him with repairs, but also help Rogue. Who's moving up his Panther here very slowly, taking a hit down the chin on the Panther. You got 97 to 92, so it's definitely, I think, get a bit more aggressive as the Germans currently. Though, of course, arguably the Germans could also maybe try and get a bit more aggressive, considering again they have a total of 4 Panthers. Got the Panther moving up here to assist the Command Panther. The Command Panther is taking heavy fire here from the Soviets. We got Rogue here with air support up north here, moving in his Panthers. He's definitely getting aggressive with his Panthers against the Soviet armor here. And we can see here the Soviets being drawn into this kill zone, or they have to ignore the Panthers. T-55 taking hits from the Luftwaffe and its Kanonenvogel. T-55 north falling back here. Meanwhile, the Panther moving forward here, diving straight at the H-5 here. We actually got the second H-5 there for Expense Runner. There you go. First one out. KV2 there, pushing back the Panther. Command Panther doing repairs once more of north here. Rogue is quick to fix up the Panther. We've got 91 versus 92. Command tank here for Rogue now to further boost his Panthers, I guess. But also, you know, provide support for them and, you know, other units. Plus help you with infantry a bit better. Got 20 kills on that Panther, by the way. 18 of them are infantry kills. And again, the Panther can kind of deal with infantry. The problem is, like, you know, it just doesn't make sense with the gun, which you really want to be, you know, far away, but with the machine gun, you have to get close for them to be good. So it's like a bit counterintuitive. There you go, Command Panther of Panzer IV here for Rogue. At this point, I think the only thing he hasn't used is tactical movement, which is a pretty good ability to be honest. But there you go, Command Panther getting him the KV2 pop coordinated fire. Sarge not to, I guess. Meanwhile, Panthers are being fixed up. Almost good to go. The Command Panther was rolling ahead. We've got 91 to 181. Fight continues to slowly grind onwards here between the Soviets and the Germans. But we got the command tank ready here. 240. Another shock to the squad out here for the Expense Runner. Thoton is also floating quite a bit of manpower. Huh. I'd say he's got less reason for it, considering what little they have left. I'm guessing Thoton suffering from perhaps a bit of command paralysis. Can't quite make up his mind in these current trying times what to go for, but there you go. Rogue pushing up with the 2 Panthers, backed up the command tank. H5 takes some hits here. Could actually pop smoke with the command Panther to cover up in advance there. Oh, pushing forward. We've got the command Panther to assist here, boosting not just his own, but there you go. Also Rogue's Panthers. There you go. It's a full-on Panther assault. 3 Panthers and a command tank. Command Panther only back here, but still, the Soviets are being absolutely overwhelmed here. They just cannot muster enough firepower. And there we go. Got the KV2. The T-55s are flanking here the Panther. The more veteran one. Pack firing into the rear as well there. 1 Panther down. In fact, Rogue is taking heavy damage. He's almost getting wiped out here. Other Panther running covering fire here. Command Panther trying supporting fire as well here. T-55 being caught here in a deadly Panther crossfire. Orbstad shredding an infantry that's, you know, moving in to support the tanks here. Rogue is able to salvage 1 Panther here. Meanwhile, DirtyFinisher moving up his Command Panther here and regular Panther tearing into the Soviet infantry. Center 1 being claimed by the Germans. He's Norman grabbed here. And there you go, the Soviets end up surrendering. Despite technically Rogue not being in a really good fighting condition, their morale has been broken by the sheer power of Krupp steel in a sense. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't think the Panther's like amazing, but if you get like 4 of them, you can sort of cause a morale break, as you saw there. So, GG, game over. A victory here for the German army. A loss for the Soviets. Again, I feel like they could be more aggressive. Thoton can use his resources better. You could also, I think, benefit from shock troopers and smoke screens. But, you know, still, I think, a fairly nice fight here. So, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell your friends, tell your family. But don't tell your enemies. And, of course, do consider donating or pledging on Patreon. Support the Werford. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye.